Welcome to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. I'm your host, Chris Daly, and each week I will be talking with head coach Teresa Lentz from the Calallen Wildcats softball team. We will jump in right after these messages. We definitely want to thank our title sponsor, Shocker Wildlife Resources. Yes, Anthony Trevino at Shocker Wildlife, they do it all. Ranch and wildlife management. They do helicopter surveys, harvest data management, wildlife management plans, water distribution, prescribed burns, consulting, feeding programs. If you have a ranch, you need Shocker Wildlife Resources as your consultant. You can reach them by reaching out to Anthony Trevino, 361-850-0609. Yes, call Anthony Trevino at 361-850-0609. If you have a ranch, you definitely need to know Anthony. Caliber Collision understands how much you depend on your vehicle. Let their repair experts help you get back to what's most important. Caliber Collision and Caliber Auto Glass specialize in happy customers, expert repairs, and most importantly, restoring the rhythm of your life. That's Caliber Collision. You can find them at caliber.com. All right, everybody join me in welcoming Coach Teresa Lentz to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. Coach, how are things?
They're great. They're great. How are you?
I'm doing great, and I love talking to coaches who are winning because it's so positive. And talk about winning, Kingsville and Zapata, holy moly, two great games. Let's talk about those ones.
Oh, yeah. No, Kingsville, man, we had, it was, it came out really strong. In the first inning, we got, I believe, 10 runs. And felt like we were going in a good place after that. Kind of slowed down, and it happens. But I was really proud of the girls and the way they kind of came out. We had Brooklyn met her at the time, kind of tweaked her leg that weekend. I believe I had spoken about it, and wanted to keep it safe for her so she could do her thing in district for track and just kind of keep her healthy. And so Kaylee Lopez went to shortstop, and we had Chris Leal from left field go to second base, and they did phenomenal. But on top of that, we had Jordan Thibodeau that I want to say had 14 strikeouts, and I think she threw a perfect game. So it was a great game. It was a great. The girls did amazing. They hit the ball really well. I'd like to say there's a bunch of defensive plays, but there wasn't. She just dominated. Jordan did it, and she got her 500th strikeout. And it wasn't too long ago she had her 400th strikeout. So she's just doing really, really well. And so we couldn't be more proud of her and how she came out that night. I believe there was a home run or two. Yeah, of course there was. Kaylee Lopez had a home run, and she had a big night playing shortstop for us. And then BB, she had a monster home run as well. So it was fun. The girls were hitting the ball. They were doing what they needed to do at the plate, having quality at bats, and it was a nice night.
I love it. And then talk about the Zapata game, 10-0. There's another one that just turned out great.
Zapata, I believe we had Bianca pitching, and she had been out for a little foot injury she had, and so this was her first game back, and she did wonderful. It was really good to see her back in the mound, trying to get her groove and do what she needs to do. I mean, it's not easy being out about 2.5 weeks, but she came back. She was throwing strong, throwing hard. Got herself in a couple of situations, and you know what? She got mentally tough and locked in, and she got us out of those situations. And it was good to see her getting back in the circle, and hopefully she's getting a little more confident and doing what she needs to do, kind of where she left off, which I felt her stuff was moving really well. So proud of her for coming in and stepping up and doing what she needed to do. I will say the game was we didn't start off with 10 runs in the first inning like we did Kingsville, but we scored 2 in the third, and then we started getting a little more comfortable, and then 7 in the fourth, and then I believe we had a walk-off home run by Kiana Vargas, which was really, really nice. And Audrina, I want to say I think she had a grand slam. I want to say she had a grand. If not, there was runners on, and it was a monster hit. So it was a great game by the girls, and they looked good defensively. Brooklyn was back for that game, which was really nice to have her back. But the girls have versatility. They're able to do what they need to do when we need them to do it. Got a bunch of athletes on the team, and so it was nice to see the girls stepping up when they needed to. But if we can stay away from the injury bug, I definitely would prefer that more.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. So let's talk about tonight's game. You have Robstown. They're right behind you in district play. From what I understand, win this one, you clinch district.
Yeah, no. This is a big one. Robstown is no easy team by all means. They have some really good, talented girls on their team, and we don't know who they'll pitch, but they got some pitchers that might throw us off for a little bit. So we've got to do our best to adjust. Got to do our best to adjust and make the most of it. But nothing's guaranteed. I know we've done pretty good during district, but it's just something we've got to be ready and prepared for.
That's true, and it is parent night. So if you could pull out some of the parents that have played a big role in the team's success.
Oh gosh, well, I would definitely say that would be the ones that are involved in our booster club. Those parents are always stepping up and doing whatever we need them to do, going above and beyond. So I'll start with our booster club president, Meredith Metter, which is Brooklyn's mom, and dad. I mean, the dads too. I mean, I can't even say it's all mom. The dads, they put up signs. They help. They just help with everything. So they're kind of the manpower behind some of the stuff and kind of get those honeydew, requests going. And so, I mean, Meredith Metter and then Kevin Metter are really, really awesome. I would even say Jordan's parents are wonderful as well. And that's Shelly and Cody Thibodeau. I would say the Almaraz, Bobby and Jessica Almaraz. They're always, they've been here forever, stepping up and doing everything. They had Alana, now they have Audrina, so they've been doing so much for us in our program. We have, I would say, BB's parents, which would be Star and Keith. Again, a bunch of honeydew stuff and pre-game, in between games, pack in. Just the level of support. The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, and we are very fortunate to have the parents and the support that we do. We have Kylie's parents, the Butchers. They all just work together, step up, and do anything and everything that we need them to do. Kaylee's parents, Clyde and Samantha, they are always, right there in the mix, whatever we need. The Leals, Chris's parents, doing whatever, it's just, we're very, very fortunate to have the support that we have. And so many parents have done anything and everything we need them to do. And it's shown, and it's gotten, I would say, past couple of years, part of our success is the parents' commitment to the girls and not just their daughter, but to all the girls. It's been really, really nice to see, because when we first started, it was kind of like my daughter. Now it's what can we do for all the daughters, and it's slowly, grown into so much of the girls' parents on the teams, they're doing whatever they can to contribute and to help. And it's not easy. It's not easy, because they have other siblings. They're being pulled all which ways. But they're definitely invested into this program, and we really couldn't be as successful as we are without them.
I love that. And you'll finish off next week, district against TM. And I don't want to look past them, but how do you prep for the playoffs? What changes for you?
They're our rivals, and so they're going to come out and they want to beat us bad, and we're going to be at their home, so that it's not going to be easy. But prepping for playoffs, well, we hope that we've been kind of doing that since the beginning, and try to get the girls to understand that we're creating pressure and putting things on them in practice that aren't necessarily fun for them at times, consequences for, different situations and things that they don't like. Of course, nobody wants consequences. I think they would love just to have a routine ball, or they would love to have just, us pitching BP sometimes with no consequences, but it's all part of the bigger picture. And, just kind of drilling those types of situations for them where come game time, it's not that hard because they've already kind of had so much pressure in practice. So we're definitely trying to make practice harder than it needs to be. We don't do it all at once. We don't just wait till the playoffs. We've been doing it since the beginning, progressively trying to continue to put more and more pressure in, and we're still trying to figure out ways to do that, rather that's getting a consequence or a triangle for not getting your bunt down in one of our BP routines, or not being able to throw a girl out on our bunt coverages under 2.9 down the line. 2.9 is 2.9 seconds, and that should get most fast girls in the state, but not all fast girls, but most of them. So those are our goals. They're high goals, and we want our girls to understand that we need to be ready. So it's been a progressive thing that we work on, and understanding that we want to play Friday, May 31st at 1:00. So we're excited about that. I'm sorry, May 30th. I always say 31st, but May 30th, 1:00.
Nice. And so when you go up against other opponents, especially as the playoffs come up, are you seen as the Empire, the Death Star? Are you like, because you've won so much, is it like, wow, this is their Super Bowl? How is that?
I'm not sure. I don't like to think of us like that as an empire or anything like that.
Right.
I will say every year is a new year, and we know people want to come out and play their best against us, and I will say we encourage that. We encourage that because that's what we want. We want everybody's best because that's going to make us better. That's going to help prepare us for the future. And, if we can't handle it, then we don't deserve anything that comes to us. So we don't want the easy route. We want to make sure that we've earned it, and make sure that, this is getting us to where we need to be. So it's some people shy away from the competition. We don't believe in that. Not even a little bit. So we like that. If they want to, whatever people think we are, that's great, because hopefully it brings out their best, and it'll bring out our best.
I love that. And finally, Coach, you mentioned Metter's back in the lineup. How is the team health-wise? Where do you stand there?
Knock on wood. Just, I think there's a few little, things and bruises and things, little sorenesses here and there. We're not perfect by all means. We have some kids that are going to area track next week, and then before you know it, hopefully they'll be going to regionals and state. We've got really talented girls. Lizzie is moving forward to area. I think Audrina Almaraz and Brooklyn Metter are moving. Lizzie Smith is moving on to area for high jump, and then we have Audrina and Brooklyn that are moving on for, I want to say, shot put and discus. I'm not necessarily sure. they're pushing themselves. So just trying to keep everybody healthy and just trying to take care of our bodies and do what we need to do so we can continue to move on towards playoffs with healthy bodies. Right
on. Well, again, Coach, congratulations thus far and best of luck tonight against Robstown. And look forward to hopefully talking to the district champ coach next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it.
We also need to thank Downtime Services. Downtime Services offers specialized on-site field machining services that maximize your uptime without sacrificing quality. Their team of expert field machining services technicians will come to you and repair and modify your equipment on-site and on demand. Downtime Services, whatever you need, whenever you need. Find Downtime Services online at downtimeservices.com or call them at 800-900-1256. Hey, once again, I want to thank you for tuning in and listening to the Calallen Softball Coaches Show. Please share, subscribe, get the story out about this amazing program, these amazing girls, and don't forget to go out, fill the stands, and support your Calallen Wildcats. Hey coaches, did you know we're now offering shows for all sports? That's right, whether it's basketball, volleyball, softball, baseball, football, soccer, you name it, we've got you covered. If you're looking for a way to showcase your program, promote your players, and highlight the amazing things happening with your team, our coaches shows are the perfect solution. Plus, our business model lets you or your booster club raise money while building excitement and support for your program. Don't miss the opportunity to take your team's story to the next level. Find out how you can get your very own coaches show. Reach out to Chris at 713-269-4620 today. That's 713-269-4620 because every team deserves the spotlight.